Are you bored living a mediocre life? We were too, and we know how to change that. Each week, we'll leave our comfort zones to explore a new topic, then step onto our soapboxes, a safe space to sound off on our latest adventure. Come explore with us. All opinions are welcome. This is a mindset. This is a lifestyle. This is Siren Soapbox.
Hello, fellow explorers. Welcome to Siren Soapbox. We are on a mission to explore, and we love to dive into new experiences. Are you ready to explore something new? Dive into sirensoapbox.com, where you can find out what we're up to next. So many things in the world to explore. Join us on our next adventure as we learn something new about the world and ourselves. Have you ever done something with your friends that was so much fun you just couldn't wait to do it again? This is what happened in episode 91, where we did a photo scavenger hunt. In this episode, we revisited that idea with a slight twist. We each submitted a picture that we thought best represented a chosen word. Then we posted the pictures and asked people to see if they could identify the word. If our conversation gets a little too intense for anyone, the safe word to make it all stop is
Mango.
Go.
First up on her soapbox is myrrh.
So I love a challenge that gets me thinking creatively, and I feel like the reverse scavenger hunt did just that. Although I'm not sure how successful I was. I think my best picture was the one I chose for the word growth. It's a picture of my son Brandon signing his certification the day he graduated from cosmetology school. And the hardest word for me was mother. I settled on a picture I took of the Virgin Mary, but it was actually a picture of my daughter Mackenzie at her eighth grade graduation mass at St. William, and the Virgin Mother just like photobombed us, right? So I cropped it to make it look like it was a picture of Mary. And I'm just going to be a little honest with you guys. I also enjoyed the ease of this challenge. I feel like this one came at a time when I really needed a break. So thank you, Sirens, for the low pressure challenge this week. I really enjoyed it. Sarah, what did you think about the reverse scavenger hunt?
Well, I thought it was an interesting twist on the last picture scavenger hunt we did. Like I said, I really liked how we all contributed to the theme choice and each word, but I have to say we picked some tough ones. I spent a lot of time just imagining what picture might represent the word I was working on, and I must have scrolled through my photo library about 10 times. There was one word that I never did find a good picture for. It was really cool, though, when I thought of a picture and was excited about it and then took the picture. And I was able to do that with a couple of the words. I was pretty damn proud of those ones. A fun part of the challenge, like last time, was seeing all of the pictures my fellow sirens posted. It's always neat to see how everyone interprets something the same word. It was cool to see how everybody did that. I'm looking forward to hearing how our poll went, and I'm curious to see if our followers had the same trouble with some of the words too. Jess, how about you?
Well, this challenge was a lot harder than I expected it to be. It was super fun scrolling through my camera to see if a picture that I think represents a word is actually going to come through to everybody else, because I know that my brain sometimes doesn't make the same sense as it does to other people. But I really enjoyed choosing all the words together, like you said, Sarah, and it was fun. Although some of the words we picked, I thought, oh, it's going to be really easy to find one for that. And then when I actually went to try to find one for that, it was not so easy. So it was really fun finding, I think my favorite one was Mother. It was a picture of my BFF with her first son, and just kind of natural and pure. The hardest one for me was Nature, because I thought it would be easy. And then when I looked through, I couldn't find one that wouldn't be interpreted as another word. So I'm not sure what I picked even made any sense. It was a picture of Gus eating some bananas, because those were bananas that we picked out in the wild in nature. But anyway, I am excited to see what everybody else thought and what the results were. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to TC. Did you have fun with this?
A ton of fun. It was fun trying to come up with pictures of things to represent words. Half the fun was just going through all of my pictures, all of the reminiscing, and oh, look at this picture. Remember that? Probably added to the amount of time this challenge took for me, but it was a lot of fun. Some of the words were really challenging for me to come up with an idea of how to represent in a way that would mean something to someone else. Sounds like I'm not alone on that. For me, the most difficult were natural and conservation. One of the things I love about this activity is seeing what pictures the other sirens come up with for the challenges. I feel like you get to know a different side of someone through an activity like this. We've done it twice now, and I really think we should do it again. What do you all think?
Sure.
Yeah, duh.
I agree. I think it'd be fun to do it again.
So, Mer, I'm curious, which word had the most correct responses?
Okay, so it looks like that would be the first word, which was the word growth. Everybody except one person actually chose the word grow or growth for that picture, for that set of pictures. So,
And the only incorrect response was the word succeed, which is pretty darn close.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just depending
So
on how you're looking at it, I guess, right?
What pictures did you all do for growth?
I had a picture
My
of my succulents. I think that's the one that, and I
Yeah.
went,
Mhm.
the succulents that I have growing off my propagations. When I take a leaf and you literally just set the leaf out on the counter, and after a while, a little baby starts growing.
I've never had any luck propagating a succulent, but I can propagate just about anything else.
That's crazy. There are succulents on the island. You probably have them too, Jess. Probably everyone does. They're called paddles. They're shaped like a tear, and they're so easy to propagate. I did a picture of roots that I'm growing. I'm growing plants
that's right.
for my friend Shannon. Yeah. And so I did a cutting off of a tree in my front yard and I put it in a thing of water and it's growing roots.
That's awesome.
Oh, what kind of tree?
I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty.
That's what's important.
Tree. That's what it is.
I think
Let's
Mer said what
see.
her growth picture was. It was your son, right?
Yep.
Mine was my plumeria tree that I successfully relocated from by my septic tank in my backyard because the previous owner had planted it really close and I really didn't want roots growing into my septic tank because that didn't sound like a lot of fun.
No, that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah,
In fact.
but I really wanted my plumeria tree, so I dug it up and I replanted it and it is going crazy in its new location. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, speaking of growth, I've had a lot more luck propagating my succulents than I have planting trees. Cast our minds back to some tree planting episodes that did not go so well for me.
I forgot about that. You did not have luck with that one.
Speaking of planting plants, has anybody planted little seedlings anywhere yet? In a place they're not supposed to plant seedlings?
No, not yet.
No, I keep trying to decide what to plant because I don't want to plant something invasive.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you, Jess. That was my idea for another episode.
Oh, invasive species?
Sweet.
Yeah. Invasive species where you live. Yeah. So
there's a lot.
I know. It's so fascinating. Mark is going to listen to this and he's going to be like, oh my God, Mary, just shut up right now because I'm not going to get any of the details right. But it was some dude in some country foreign to the United States who had his own zoo and an animal from the zoo, I think it was a hippo or a rhino, got out of a zoo, or a pair of hippos, and they just started mating and they have taken over this place and they were going to like airlift these invasive hippos or whatever out of this country.
I heard about some in Colombia, maybe like a drug lord had.
Yeah, that might be it.
A couple of them and that lived on his property, and then he got, I don't know, assassinated, arrested, or something like that. And but the hippos were still there, and yeah, now there's hippos.
Yeah,
and hippos are adorable, but super dangerous.
I think
So
they
I'm
kill
sure
people
that
a
they don't
lot.
want them like just roaming around.
I mean, here we in Cincinnati we just have little Lazarus lizards. But let's save it for that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, save it for that episode. Okay, Mer, what was the second most correct word?
The second most correct word, there was a tie. Oh, no, there was not. There was a clear winner. Sorry, I can't count. Protect was the next word. Only 2 people did not guess that word correctly. And the one of those guesses was unity and the other was sanity. So yeah, protect. I think I know I posted a picture of my girl Juno and my cat Simba like guarding over the side door of my house. I think didn't somebody else post pet pictures?
Yeah, I posted. A
TC and
lot
I
of us
both did.
Yeah, I posted a picture of Hendrix standing over top of baby Hartman, and they weren't necessarily buddies, but he was very protective. And one time I was walking them, and this owl swooped down toward Hartman, and Hendrix ran toward the owl and jumped in the air. Now, Hendrix will always run after birds because he's obsessed with catching birds. But in my mind, he was protecting his little brother.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's what it was, obviously.
He wasn't just trying to get an owl snack.
Well,
No.
it was that too. It was both and.
This is one of the pictures that I was when it popped into my head. I was so proud of myself. I chose a motorcycle helmet.
That
Yeah,
was
I liked
really
that,
good.
Sarah. That was a good idea.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's fun to see all the different pictures, and then people might be looking at the pictures and thinking that they know what it is, and putting all the pictures together, it kind of like a light bulb all goes, when they all sort of come together.
Yeah, we
I
should
tried
play
to
Jess,
find-
you had pictures of cats.
Yeah, I tried to find one of Gus. He likes to sit on this perch we have in a window, and he likes to just stare out at all the chickens and lizards in the yard. And I'm not sure if it's protecting the house or he wants to nom on that, but I did decide on one of Faye. When Faye likes to climb up wherever Gus is sleeping, he immediately just like wraps her up, and it's really adorable. And she doesn't do it often, but he will automatically just like protection mode.
That's cute.
That's sweet.
I had a second picture that I sent, and I left it up to Mer to choose which one to post. But my second picture, we have 2 forts on St. Croix, and my second picture was a cannon that is at one of our forts facing out to protect the island.
I wasn't sure what to do there, and I should have asked, but I was when it was time to post them, I was like, I just got to post it. But I went with the Hartman and Hendrix photo because it was the first one you sent. That was the only reason.
I like
It's
that
one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the cannon though. We should post that. Actually, we'll post that on our social media page so you can see the almost protect picture. How about that?
Old-timey protection.
That's right. All right, so then there was a tie for the next 2 words, and both of these words, 3 people guessed them incorrectly. So the first one was season, and the other was mother. And I loved Sarah's interpretation of season.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thinking outside the box I was proud of that one too.
Yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to see it, first of all, why hop over onto our social media page? No excuse. And second of all, it was like the seasoning packets from the Eat to Explore kit, right?
Yep.
That was very
I liked
creative.
all of the pictures. I liked all of the pictures for this one.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. So mine
My
was,
picture was one that Nancy Keegan created for me, where she stood in the same place and took a picture of the city of Cincinnati. And then she picked her favorite picture from each month of the year and she sliced them up and put them all together as one big picture showing all 12 months.
yeah, so she did this nearly every day. I think she hardly ever missed a day. And then she had to be very organized about it because, that you end up with 365 pictures that way. So at the end of each month, she would get them all developed and she would just pick her favorite and slice it up into 12 pieces.
Yeah. And so I got the only one that starts in January because there's only one first January slice. So it's pretty special artwork to me, and it has been hanging in all of the places that I have moved for many years now.
Yeah, and it's held up very well in that humid St. Croix.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was a picture of the 4 artist trading cards I did representing each of the 4 seasons. I painted those.
Yeah, they look great. I love that one.
Thank you. It was the
Yeah, I
same
loved those
tree.
artist trading cards too. They were really pretty.
They were fun. I kind of want to do an artist trading card again, like just maybe like a blind swap or something. Um, but I did the same tree in all 4 seasons. That's what it was for our listeners. Also,
Mhm.
go look at them.
I did Gus climbing into the Christmas tree, which is one of my favorite Gus pictures because he's just so like, I'm gonna knock that ornament onto the ground and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. But he successfully broke that Christmas tree by climbing into it like nearly every day. And he just would lay, it was a fake tree, but he would lay on the branches and he just bent them all out of shape. And we ended up bending them back into shape. And then a week later, he had broken them all again. So we have not had a Christmas tree in a few years because Gus.
Nosy cats. So then the other word was mother, and that one I felt like I really struggled because I didn't want it to be too obvious, and I don't know. I felt like that one was hard.
Yeah, but your picture was perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah.
They all were, really.
What's everybody post for that one again? I don't remember.
Mine was Mother Turtle Tracks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was
Mama
awesome.
turtles come ashore and lay their eggs in the sand, and this was tracks going back to the water.
It's a bird box that has a camera in it. And that's a little chickadee with
Oh,
her
yeah.
chickadee eggs.
Is that at your house,
So
Sarah?
cute.
It's at my friend's house.
Man, that is really cool. So my friend Jenny has a robin's nest, like coming down from her little downspout underneath her roof, and they come back every year. I don't know if it's the same pair, but some birds occupy this nest every year. And the last time I was over there, there were these little tiny babies with these big old squawky mouths, and they would get so excited. Their mom would go fly away and get food and come back, and fly away and get food and come back. And there were 2 of them. The dad would sometimes take over. It was the cutest little thing.
No. Baby birds are so ugly, but I do love their big old mouths.
Well, I have a nest. We have a nest on our front door in a wreath. And unfortunately, the mom, it must be a robin because there's a blue robin's egg in there, but I still haven't seen the mom back and the egg is still there. And I'm quite sure nothing's going to happen now.
Mm.
That's so
But
sad.
this video, I could have taken pictures from another video where, it was like a horror movie. I guess it wasn't really protect because the dad was outside when this wren came to try and get into the box. But this mom just was looking like this as this wren was trying to get in. But they've made the hole too small so that the wren can't get in. But it was scary.
I bet. Man, that's
Like
frantic.
little horror videos.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Hmm.
So the next word that was about 50-50 split, ocean. And those who didn't get ocean were like, life, sure, beach, relax. Divine, someone says.
I mean, those are all applicable words as
Agreed.
well.
Hmm. I might have counted shore, water, and beach, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty close. But the rest were dead on ocean.
I know.
I
See, I
tried to make
put,
sure I got
Yeah.
one with mostly water.
yeah,
So I'm curious where the pictures are. My picture is St. Croix, and I'm not sure which beach it is, but it's one of my very favorite pictures because there's so many shades of blue and the sparkles on the sea on the left side of the picture. I just love it. It's one of my favorite ocean pictures that I've ever taken.
Mine was as I was landing back to Kauai after coming to St. Croix in March.
Hmm. So
Mine,
yours is the one you can see the plane in the bottom
Mhm.
of the picture. Yeah.
mine's from Point Udall.
and mine is from Cane Bay.
Yeah, so 3 St. Croix pictures. They're all beautiful. I do love that Cane Bay pic and the way the water is splashing up.
Yeah, I loved that picture.
Yeah, and the Point Udall pic is nice too because of the weeds going up. And I love airplane pics, and you can see the island. I like all those pics.
I like all the pics.
Strong
I
work.
also
Work,
I also
friends.
took a picture of St. Croix as I was landing, and I debated on that one too. But then I figured pretty much everyone would have St. Croix, so I was like, all right, I got to rep Kauai here.
You
Okay.
gotta represent. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I got picky on some of these, and then I so there were two words that nobody got, but one of them I'm looking at it now. The word's natural, and nobody guessed natural, but someone did say nature, and now I'm wondering if that should count. But I don't know.
Well, I noticed that in Jess's soapbox, she said nature instead of natural. So I don't know either. It's hard. It's hard to know.
Yeah, because
It was hard. It was a hard word either way.
Mhm. I might count nature because none of the rest are even close, but nature and natural, those are different forms of the same word.
but do they
So
mean
I
different
think,
things? I guess that's a whole what this is all about, though, right? Like season means many different things. But
yeah, nature is a noun and natural is an adjective, but they're the same, they're different forms of the same word.
yeah, I think we should count it. That changes our winner, though.
Well, no, because it kind of does, yeah, because he was tied for first.
Yeah. All
I
right.
I came very close to posting a picture of myself with no makeup on, but I totally chickened out.
That would have been
Aw.
amazing.
I did think about doing like a morning picture with my hair just like all wonky like it is when I wake up and just being like, this is me. But I never wear makeup
Almost
anyway, so
I was going to say almost every picture of me is a picture with no makeup because I don't wear makeup hardly ever. I occasionally do, but not very often.
I color my eyebrows in nearly every day. That's about it.
Huh.
'Cause I think I look
I,
weird without
I,
eyebrows.
I wonder how many people that's like the only makeup they wear. I would guess that most people who only choose one makeup choose mascara.
Oh, that's the
yep.
second thing I put on if I'm feeling froggy.
Mhm.
I always
I've basically never had my eyebrows show, so I don't bother with that.
Yeah, I
But I
like.
do occasionally put mascara on so that I look like I have eyelashes because I do. They're just, you can't see them.
I don't think I've ever colored my eyebrows in, ever.
Well, you don't know what you're missing.
I dressed up for a an event. It was like a murder mystery thing, and I colored them in really dark for that.
Nice.
I was a lion tamer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mhm.
So the last place word,
Conservation. And you know what? There was one that said preserve.
mhm,
You think we should
that's
count
pretty
that one?
close.
Mm.
Very close to the idea of it. Yeah. But then what was the most,
I
it's interesting to look at it from a couple of different ways, right?
Yeah.
Are you really just trying to get people to say the word? Or are you trying to get people to get the basic concept of what
The
the topic
feel.
is? Because, there's two different approaches and maybe
Yeah.
they're both right.
Yeah. Both and, right?
I would vote the feel. I would count preserve.
All right. Let's count preserve. Preserve is officially counted.
No preserve left behind.
That's right.
No preservatives. It's natural.
When I look at the pictures that we all submitted for that, I don't think I would have guessed it.
Oh, I don't think so either. I did bees, a picture of me with my bees.
Yeah, I struggled with this one.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the other ones? Oh yeah, this was Jess, a picture of like a beach cleanup, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Microplastics.
I had a picture of one of Danny's butterflies that lived in her house.
That she was protecting.
And I did a picture of a sea turtle nest that's marked off and protected. And there's a little sign. I'm trying to see what the little sign says.
It
If I
says
can zoom in.
Yeah, so that was our reverse scavenger hunt.
It was fun.
Yes.
It was fun.
So the grand prize winner and the winner of an amazing Siren Soapbox gift pack, which we don't know what that is yet. Stay tuned. Tell Danny I haven't forgotten her either. Is Dino. And he got 6 of the 7 words correct, plus he was able to guess the overarching theme. I mean, 2 people were so very close. The overarching theme is Mother Earth, and Dino said Mother's Day or Mother Nature Day. That was very close, so we gave it to him because we're all about the feel around here. Bom, chicka, wow, wow. All right, so Dino won with 6 correct words, plus he guessed the overarching theme. And in second place, Marky Mark with 5 of the 7 words correct, plus
Mark.
he guessed the Earth as the overarching theme. So we gave that to him.
Who
And
gets
then
award for the most innovative?
well,
Potato truck.
Potato Truck is interesting. So that's a first time
Innovative.
caller.
Innovative.
And very innovative.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that, Bill. And then Mary's BFF AEAE answered confusion on that very same picture, the picture for natural. That was very creative. Thank you, Nicole. And then we also had Shannon, Diane, Sarah, Griffin, and Janelle all gave us their names for a shout out on the episode. We really appreciate you guys participating. Thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get stickers out to everybody who participated. It's my mission in life.
We do have some pretty fabulous stickers. So
yeah,
we do.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was super fun.
The next time around, I'm thinking that we should, one of us picks a word and we present you, the rest of you, with pictures, 4 to 5 pictures that we believe represent that word. And then the rest of you have to guess what it is.
Yeah, so we take turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for item number 1, Mur doesn't know, and we all give Mur pictures. Item number 2, I don't know. You all give me pictures. We guess live on the show.
I was thinking the opposite. Only one of us would know what the word was, and the rest of you would try to guess what it is.
Sounds like that's 2 episodes right there.
Yeah,
2 episodes.
2 versions of the same
2
game.
more photo scavenger hunts. Woo!
Yeah, that's how I think we should do the next one. What do you guys think?
Oh,
I love it.
Yep, sounds cool.
I know Sarah mentioned murder mystery. We are going to be playing a virtual murder mystery game in a couple weeks. So don't forget about that. I'm going to post details on our website in case any of our listeners want to play along.
I'm not painting my eyebrows for this one.
That's bullshit.
What?
I think that we should all get into as much character as possible for the murder mystery,
Yes,
virtual murder
yes.
mystery night.
I'm gonna find the craziest character for Jess so that she has to dress up for it at work.
I
Oh,
was gonna
that's
say,
right.
please
We're doing it
remember
on a
I'm at
Monday
the
night.
office.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
It's gonna be so much fun. Jess, you can print yourself a little paper hat or whatever, paper monocle, and just
I
wear
mean,
it.
I could just show up in like, I don't know, like 20s garb or something, and people would just be like, all right.
That would be
I
amazing.
just love that Myrrh went straight to paper. I don't know why it's easier to take a paper hat or a paper monocle to work when you could just take a regular hat. Somehow paper is so much easier at work than anything else.
So I will tell you why I said that. This is what happens. I have this whole vivid picture in my brain, but I only say things like paper hat to portray this very vivid picture. What I'm picturing is, so I hosted a murder mystery game back in November, and it came with all of these printouts. So there were like paper, like crowns and paper, like different types of decorations and accessories and things like that that you could cut out and you could use as like photo props and things like that. That's what I was picturing.
Gotcha. That's funny.
Not just fashioning like a paper hat together, like origami style. That wasn't what I was thinking.
It's much easier to take paper to work.
I was picturing one of those, like, when they have the kids fold up the newspaper and they make the like triangle hat that they put on
Like a captain's hat, yeah, that you
Yes.
fold with a newspaper. That's what I was picturing too, Jess.
like, then I would have to Google instructions on how to fold a paper hat out of a newspaper.
Which I think would be the best. No matter what your character is, Jess, I feel like you should do that now. I feel like you have to.
It'd be
Just
really
for you,
And
awkward.
Sarah's gonna paint her eyebrows.
Super
And I
dark.
think we should make Jess end up being the one that gets dead because then she has to lay on the floor in her office. I've got this all planned out,
And
guys.
say, then do I have to take the camera with me and be like,
Yep, yep.
Yeah, yes.
Perfect. Good practice right there.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I better make sure the cleaner's vacuum first then.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to be laying on someone else. Oh. Well, we want to leave our listeners with a challenge this week to put together your own reverse scavenger hunt for you and your friends. Let us know how it goes by emailing us at sirensoapbox@gmail.com, or you can reach out to us on social media. You can tag us in any of your posts or use the hashtag Siren Soapbox. Thank you, Sirens, for exploring this scavenger hunt together. I had lots of fun, not only spending time with you girls, but also looking through my photo memories. It was really a treat, I felt like. And thank you, fellow explorers, for listening to this episode. Check out our brand new website to get a deep dive into the Sirens, what's the Siren happenings. There's going to be a page for Getting Real with Siren Soapbox up real soon. And once we decide on which murder mystery game we're going to play, we'll be posting a link to that murder mystery game and details for how you can play along with us. And until next time, dive in, stay curious, and be happy. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Siren Soapbox. And a special thank you to C Strings for providing our music. Snag their latest EP from iTunes today. Follow the Sirens on all the social medias and don't forget to tell your friends about us. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. We'll catch you next time on another episode of Siren Soapbox.